Today we discuss the everything shower routine. So when we're talking about the everything shower routine, everything, and let me know if you can hear me. When we're talking about the everything shower routine, I mean from the start of the shower to the end of the shower. The exfoliating, how to get the soft skin, what you should be bathing with, how you should structure your shower routine. The everything shower routine. Exactly that. So without further ado, you know I'm not going to hold you any longer. So one of the first things when it comes to a shower routine, now this depends on whether or not you start with your shower routine first. Skincare routine. Sorry. If you start with your skin routine first or last, I'm going to still give you the tips at which what works for me that you can use these interchangeably. For me, my skincare routine is interchangeably done. So sometimes I may do my shower routine. I may do my skincare routine. I don't know why shower routine is on the tip of my tongue right now. I may do my skincare routine first before I ever get in the shower. You guys have seen a rendition of both, where in plenty of my shower routine videos, by the way, the only thing you're going to get is head, shoulders, knees, and toes. That part. And I've alternated. It just depends on how I'm feeling at the time. So first thing I usually do is I do as needed what's called dermaplaning. And I happen to have some of my tools in front of me here. So this is what's called a facial razor. So you can get these from Amazon, and these are the Schick, SCHICK, like the razors for men, but they make those for the women too. And these are specifically for dermaplaning, for anything facial, getting the eyebrows together, shaping them. This is so much easier than tweezing your eyebrows because, baby, the tweezing, if you don't have a high pain tolerance, or if you do have a high pain tolerance, it's not going to work for you. You're going to have to psych yourself out, and you shouldn't have to do that in order to take good care of yourself and have really great grooming hygiene habits. You feel me? I do that, but then I also combine it with, it's like I have everything in front of me today. I also, dermaplan, you don't want to do this on dry skin. Use the aloe vera gel. I use the honey skin here, also from Amazon. I've been using this for a good 2 years. So I put that on my skin first. Then I go in with the facial razor, and you're going to want to use a very, very light hand. So if you heavy-handed, you're going to look like you got into a fight with an angry cat, domestic or a wild one, either or. You don't want that. You got to practice having a light hand. So if you want to do this on your face, don't start on your face. I would start somewhere here in a very, very small area, so that way you could build up to doing it on your face and on the most important areas you look to do it in. Now, something I just recently started implementing as part of my everything shower routine Picked this up, might have been at Ross a couple months ago last year, and this is a two-sided facial brush. So this exfoliates in the shape of a nice cute star. This is the brush side. So if I feel like just massaging that aloe vera gel into my skin while I'm doing my skincare routine, then essentially I use the brush side. If I don't feel like using my hands to really kind of get in there and get it to absorb into my skin, that's after I've done my as needed dermaplaning with the facial razor. Now if I want to exfoliate with that still on my face, we just do that. And as you can see, the texture, they're texturized bristles here, and that's just to help exfoliate your skin. If you want to take it up a notch, I've also used this with a facial scrub. Here from Body Prescriptions, this is a vitamin C moisturizing facial scrub. Now, the texture fooled me. We're going to talk about facial scrubs as opposed to body scrubs, and why there's two different variations, because the formulation is for a certain part of your body, and then you don't want to use the wrong type for the wrong area, because then you might have to go see doc. Now the texture just fooled me. I picked this up at either Burlington or TJ Maxx just this past fall, and the texture here kind of fooled me, because I thought, okay, well, oil in it, and you know, it'll probably be like Tree Hut quality, you know, but it wasn't. Now if you're used to Tree Hut quality, the reason why I say that is that when you get into a Tree Hut scrub, it's not going to flake apart. The scrub particles aren't going to flake apart. I'm glad I have this here to show you all the difference. And now let me try to open the other one and not drop either of them. We have the body scrub here in Tahitian Vanilla Bean, but then we also have the facial scrub here, Vitamin C, for Body Prescriptions, made to fade those dark marks. Now, on this side here, we have Tree Hut. Notice how that's not flaking apart. And I got a review of this Tahitian Vanilla Bean on my channel. I'll put that up on my community tab after the stream. Then we have this texture, and I got into this in a video in which I was getting unready, and that was the first time I was using it, so you guys got my authentic reaction. Ew, I was not prepared for that to flake. So we're dealing with two different types of textures here. So something you want to be mindful of, you got to do your research when it comes to those facial scrubs, because they are not of the same, dare I say, quality as the body scrubs, nor the formulations. If you don't want something flaking, best to do your research to find out something that's similar to Tree Hut's formula, where when you put it on, it's not flaking apart and it's collectively doing what it's supposed to do, exfoliate on your skin. Now after I've done that and I've done my dermaplaning, I've prepped my skin with the aloe vera gel, I've used my facial razor with a light hand. Practice, work your way up. If you're not good with it, that's fine. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Then work it into your skin with your hands, or either my personal favorite, with this occasionally, with a facial scrubber brush, whatever you call it. Well, that just fell. That's fine. Now, what I do at night, this is the nighttime skincare routine tip. What I do, and I also do this occasionally, and if you notice, all my facial skin products in some form or another are basically these three products. We got our facial scrub, I use occasionally because I don't want to over exfoliate my skin. It's a whole lot more sensitive and of a thinner layer than the rest of my body. So you don't want to definitely don't want to over exfoliate on your skin, on your face specifically. I already do my prep with my aloe vera gel from Honey Skin. And then at night, occasionally, before I go to bed, and I know this isn't really a night cream per se, but it's very thick, rich, creamy, and emollient. Also from Body Prescriptions. You know, I'm just... I'm going to use my nail here just to show you all how creamy and emollient. You see that? Very nice. You're going to get a little bit of a glow until it absorbs into your skin. It's very thick, rich, and creamy. This is a glass bottle. And I put that on my skin after I've done the prep work. I've dermaplaned if I need it. If I don't, I just put that, I just basically massage my skin with the aloe vera gel from Honey Skin. And I put this on before bed and just go on to bed. Now, if you'd like to see how I take care of my skin, keep an eye out for my community tab, because I'm going to post some more videos in the coming days that I've already pretty much kind of covered what my skincare routine is, especially for the winter. And the skincare portion, that's complete. So what happens when you're either done with your skincare for your hygiene routine, for your shower routine, or maybe, you know, you've done it last. Hopefully you've done it first. Doesn't matter. And you need to get into your shower routine. Now, if you need to wash your hair, this is the part where I have to kind of take a day to really prep for wash day. Taking my hair down. I've also done a recent video of what's my winter wash day routine, which is really different than what I do from the rest of the remaining part of the year, the other seasons, fall, spring, and summer, which will be quickly approaching. So when it comes to my hair care routine, hair care, wash day, shower routine, I'm going to give you the universal tips that may help, especially those with natural hair. I have 4C hair, and it will help you transition a bit better throughout the seasons. And of course, no matter what I say, adjust it to what you know your personal hair care and scalp needs are. For me, I have high porosity hair, meaning my hair absorbs, it drinks up conditioners, it drinks up moisturizers. In order for me to get it out of my skin, no, in order for me to get a hair care product out of my hair, like let's say we use, you know, the Eco Styler hair gel, I have to wash it out because it holds product a whole lot. You feel me? A lot. So in the winter time, I bulk up on my moisturizing conditioners. So sulfates, I found out very, very early and very, very quickly that they don't work for me. So essentially, I do a co-wash for a while, or either I do a shampoo, especially if I've been co-washing my hair and I haven't shampooed it to really kind of start fresh. And what shampooing your hair does essentially is strips the natural oils of your hair. It kind of gives you a reset, if you will. I shampoo sparingly in between my co-washes. Other than that, I co-wash most of the time. And so if you have an itchy scalp, what I like to do, I adopted this from a dear family member. I really appreciate you if you're watching. If you're watching after, I appreciate it. So she shared with me a oil of choice, like a cooking oil. Essentially buy it only for this use. Don't go buying the canister of an olive oil or a grapefruit seed oil, whatever type of oil, and then you turn around and use it for cooking. You're breaking all the hygiene rules, okay? I no. an oil of choice, and a conditioner of choice. And you put this into a container, put it into a container. And essentially you mix that up and you apply it to your hair. Of course, your hair has to be already detangled. And then the longer you keep this mixture on your hair, it functions like a mask. Then once you rinse it out, what it does for me, for someone like myself that has high porosity hair, is the longer I've kept it on, whenever I put in a protective style, whether it's a lace wig, whether it's box braids, whether it's crochet braids, whether I'm getting a really good hair braid down, you know, just wig prep, I'm putting my hair in cornrows so everything can lay flat. It allows me to wear a protective style, so that way I can I don't have to do an itchy scalp. So sometimes I sleep overnight with it. Now you gotta make sure you're not messing up your pillow sheets, okay? Put down a towel on your side of the bed, or if it's just you, on both pillows. Don't mess up your pillowcases. Put on the shower cap and then put on the satin bonnet on top. Now, I'm spilling all the tea, okay? I don't really like gatekeeping because someone shared it with me to learn. And then you sleep with that, and then rinse it out and put in whatever style. Now, if you're going to just wear it as it is or do a wash and go, it's going to, especially as a wash and go, it's going to really provide a really great moisturizing type of routine for you, in contrast to the gels, because a lot of gels, depending on their formula, is very drying. That's what I do for my hair care. Now, as far as detangling my hair, I do have a wash day shower routine video I just put up, and that's also going to go up on my community tab. You want to make sure you're detangling your hair from ends to the root, not the opposite way. That's sometimes where people mess up, maybe because they don't know any better, or because maybe they're in a rush. I'm guilty of that. But you know, you do anything in a rush, you're going to mess that up and then be prone to breakage, or you know, it's going to hurt taking your protective style down. And that's pretty much what I do throughout the year. Now, in terms of your products, I use both this shampoo and conditioner from Rim Pure Argan Oil specifically. Been using it for about nearly 4 years. Sulfate free, paraben free. Probably seen a lot of shampoo companies and just in general adapting that because it can irritate the scalp a whole lot. What I would do to transition from winter to spring, which will be coming up soon, is just, you know, keep it going, but then just lay off the moisture as your scalp and your hair type permits. So the reason why I'm saying that is because only you know what your hair type is and what it can tolerate. It can be the driest it can in the winter time, and then when it turns to springtime, you don't have to, you know, glob on as much moisturizer. You don't have to co-wash as much. You don't have to put on as much conditioner. In the spring, I'm using that for example. If you know that, just adjust it and pull back anything that becomes excessively too much in the next season of the year. And you can pretty much just swap out products that meet your needs through that season until the season changes, and then switch again. That way you got a whole lineup for the entire year. That is my hair care wash day shower routine, and some detangling outside of that. Pretty much for year round. Now, maybe you have your hair care together. Maybe you have your skincare together. What about your shower routine? Now, in the winter, it's a little different. I like to call wintertime hibernation for your skin, head to toe. In my OG days, when I first started my self-care journey, One thing I'm thankful for, I didn't understand it, but I heaped on a bunch of moisture. Cocoa butter became my best friend. We ain't there yet to talk about that yet. Not the after shower stuff. But moisture. But I'm going to give you a shower routine structure that I've learned with trial and error. And I've shared this many, many times on my channel. And I'm going to share it with you all on how to transition that throughout the year, regardless of season. Or maybe you just feel like it. Because sometimes it can be the summertime and you need some excessive moisture, maybe because your skin is dry. What do you do then? So, how I structure my shower routines, I structure my shower routines in the same way they structure a fragrance. Perfect timing. I've mentioned this plenty of times before. Christian Dior Poison Girl. This is the Eau de Parfum full size. As you can see, I've not been playing games. So yeah, very, very nice, you know, middle ground of sweet and floral in one. Love it. Using this for example though. So I structure my shower routines exactly how they structure the notes for these perfumes. Let me explain. So there's base notes in perfume. In a shower routine, how I equate that, how I structure. My base notes for a shower routine is what I bathe with. So what are you bathing with when you start your shower routine? Are you using bar soap? Are you using Dove? Are you using Dial? Are you using the good old-fashioned Irish Spring? What are you using? Are you using a body wash? Are you starting off with a scrub and then maybe you're going to come back to the body wash? That is your base notes. What are you starting off bathing and or showering with? That is most important. That is what I call your foundation. Your foundation. You're going to hear me say that a lot. That is your foundation for your shower routine. After you are done showering, whether it's with your bar of soap, a body scrub, or a body wash, the next thing you're going to need to do is get into your moisture. This is the part where we bring up the cocoa butter. If you don't like the greasy lotions and you don't mind glistening and glowing a little bit until it absorbs into your skin and smelling like a fresh bar of Hershey, you know, where they have it sectioned off in the rectangular squares, then please, by all means, grab yourself the Palmer's. I didn't start off with Palmer's, not because I didn't like it. That's no shade. I ended up with Palmer's as a default. Let me explain. Just because I started off with a brand called Dax. They are still in business. However, maybe they have discontinued their cocoa butter brand. Same color bottle, but it was just red, white, and blue. Dax. Canister is probably maybe about that short, 7.25 ounce. This is a 9.5 ounce, 30% more. That one smells like the purest form of chocolate. And head to toe, I would put it all over, head to toe. Smell like a whole Hershey, entire whole Hershey bar. And every time I ran out that jar, I was mad. Because when I say I use it for everything, it wasn't just after I had a bath. And I was heavy on taking baths then. Head to toe. Everywhere. In between toes. Everywhere. I would put it in lip glosses that would be dry. And it would have my lip drop. And it would have my lip gloss popping. It would last for hours. I don't even know what was in the stuff. It made all my lip gloss better. That's a lip gloss hack, okay? Tell me thank you in the if you want to. It's just thinking about that. I'm like, oh my goodness. I the best of times. I'm still on the hunt for that particular cocoa butter. Moisturizing your skin is the next part of structuring your shower routine. That's the next part. Because you don't want to go in there and you shower and clean really good everything off. I'm going to just put on fragrance. That's not a skip. That's not a step that you skip in your shower routine. Moisturizing your skin is not a step you want to skip in your shower routine, because it's also a primer for what you're going to layer with for your fragrance, what you're going to mist upon yourself. Fragrance is next. And we have these three as examples. So we have the traditional body spray, and I have a video on the types of body sprays, if they're worth it. I also have a video on my channel as well explaining how to put on different types of fragrances, whether it's body spray from Kaale, whether it's Victoria Don't Tell Nobody, Secret, the Honey Mist, or whether it's a fine fragrance from Christian Dior, Poison Girl. Maybe it's Burberry, maybe it's Chanel No. 5, you know, maybe it's Kaale, maybe, you know, whatever it is. I have a video for that. This is the part of your shower routine that seals the deal. Now, a lot of times they'll call it your layering portion of your routine, layering combination. I think personally this would be interesting. I purposely didn't pick these out. So we have a sweet and a floral together. Then we have a gourmandish one, spiced pumpkin from Bodycology. Then we have a gourmand one again, honey mist. So I'm thinking layering these together would essentially, I don't know, I feel like they would clash. They could work together. I've never layered these together, so I don't want to recommend it until I have actually layered this all together collectively into one. Body sprays, they tend to blast out, and that depends on the nozzle and depends on the formulation. Just because it's all liquid in the bottle doesn't mean it's going to spray or mist or blast out the same. But I won't rehash what's in the videos I have of this already explaining. Then that was spray from the Bodycology. This is mist. Those two do not spray the same, if you notice. Then we have the fine fragrance here, mist out. Let me make sure I catch some of that. And then just let it dry on your skin. Now, if you're concerned about, you know, chemicals, all the other stuff like that, try to look for vegan and cruelty-free fragrances. Pacifica is a really good one. I bought a gem in the Island Vanilla, and I thought I was doing a good job storing it, and it went bad so fast. And since it's vegan and cruelty free, any body care products that are vegan and cruelty free, you really have to almost double down on your usage, because it doesn't contain those artificial chemicals in it that help preserve it. You feel me? So you have to be mindful and keep those near you and keep those in heavy rotation, so that way you're getting, one, your money's worth, and two, you're not wasting product. So if you're not prepared to use that consistently, maybe don't buy as many vegan and cruelty-free products until you can get used to the usage of those products, to make sure they're not going bad before you have a chance to thoroughly enjoy their whole entire life cycle. Yeah. Shower routine. They're important. It seems like it. All of this seems like a whole lot to do for a shower routine, but essentially, it once you get into a rhythm, it's really going to help you. Now that I've gone over the structure, how I specifically structure my shower routines. Now, what do you do from one season to the next? That's the next question. Now, I just went over with you all what I use right now for the winter. What do you do when you get into spring? It's going to be less cold, still windy, depending on where you are, or maybe, still cold right on. So, whatever area that you live in, that's where you adjust your product type. So I'm going to give you some examples of how I'm going to transition into spring. I'm still going to keep moisturizing my skin going into spring, but my moisturizers are going to go from very heavy and intensive with this cocoa butter. This is more like the beeswax type of thick formula. You have to really kind of get your hand in there to really get a guap, to really get a large amount and put in your skin, and it tends to be greasy the more you use. Nivea Intensive. I'm going to slowly but surely lay off of the very intensive moisturizers as winter transitions itself out. And essentially, I'm going to swap them out for still moisturizing things, but lotions. Lotions are a lot less moisturizing, depending on the formulation, than those that are in the jar and that are heavily beeswax based, if that makes sense. So, going from cocoa butter to EOS vanilla cashmere. I got a review on my channel. I just did. Honey lotion. Review on the channel as well for that. These are still moisturizing to the skin, but they're not as heavy. So I'm going to use similar products and these in this category to transition into what's going to be my spring hygiene and shower routine for spring season. And then for me, as I transition from spring into the summer season, then I'm going to start getting out, and I don't have it in front of me, so I'm just going to, I have the matching body cream for this, Bodycology Spice Pumpkin. Now, when spring completes itself, I'm going to transition from using these that are still moisturizing, the EOS lotion, the honey lotion. They're just moisturizing enough. They're not overdoing it. I'm going to transition from using those two things to now using more drier based body creams. Body creams are specifically great for people that want to still smell good, moisturized, don't want to walk around looking ashy, especially during the summertime. But then they don't want that slippery effect where, you put on too much lotion that's greasy and you wind up sweating it out. The solution for that, and I have a video for that where I express sweat-proof hacks. Purposely buy you a body cream that is on the drier side of application, meaning once you apply it, whether it has fragrance or not, it's going to moisturize your skin, but it's going to absorb quickly, but it's not going to be greasy after it gets done absorbing into your skin. And that's regardless of whether or not it has a fragrance or not. Then the second added benefit of getting body creams and applying them, using them specifically for the summer, because they're on the drier side of the spectrum for application, that fragrance is going to tend to stay longer than it would with a more moisturizing, more greasier type of lotion like these. Definitely going to last longer. And then when you get to the summer, you want to get body sprays that have a structure of, they're alcohol based, but they have alcohol and fragrance within the first 3 to 5 ingredients. Now, why do I say 3 to 5? That's the estimate, first of all. And then 2, you want to search for brands that have that structure too. Two I heavily recommend, and I haven't set my eye on others just yet that have the same structure. Bodycology is an OG. They've not changed the structure. Get you an alcohol-based fragrance in the summer. They're going because it's going to absorb quickly into your skin. Pretty much same concept as the body cream that's going to apply in a more drier type of texture, drier application. Alcohol-based fragrances are going to be your best friend, meaning all the perfumes, all that, all the toilettes, they're going to be your best friend because the alcohol is going to carry the fragrance, but it's also going to dry into your skin, and you're not going to risk sweating that out during the summer. And then once you return back to the winter's season, no, I know I skipped the season. That's what you're going to do in the summer. All your products have to be catered to a drier side of application. So for the body sprays, Bodycology, Calgon. Take me away, anybody? That's going to be your best friend alcohol-based fragrances. Body creams that apply kind of on the dry side of the spectrum. I always wonder why they have, well, this is a body cream. Why does it apply dry? It's for the summer. They may not have told you, but it's for the summer. That's what going through trial and error will do for you. Everything should be catered to that. Now, your shower routine as far as what you bathe with during the summer, still let it be moisturizing, but you don't have to get something that's just so greasy, like something like the basic Dove bar will do, or a fragrance-free shower gel body wash will work for you. And just go that route and make sure you're bathing really, really good or showering really, really good. And then you can just keep the same shower routine. Follow up with the dry-based body cream, follow up with the alcohol-based fragrance. You're good to go. You're not going to sweat out your fragrance. After that, you just have to make sure you're refreshing until you get back home to shower again and start all over. And then when you get into fall, then that means your skin is going back into that ashiness is going to show up. So that way you just switch right back to, because I know that's what I'm going to do, go right back into the moisturizing lotions that are just moisturizing enough but not too heavy. And then eventually next winter transition into using the heavier moisturizers. And you just do that all year long. And adjust the products that have the routine properties that you need as the season changes. That's how I do my shower routine structure. That is also how you change your shower routine and swap out products and rotate products regardless of what the season is from one season to the next. Now, maybe you have your shower routine is done. After shower routine. Now, I went over the structure of a shower routine, but it's essentially different than the after shower routine. Now, after shower routine, I have shared that just a few short months ago on a live stream, but I'm going to demonstrate that to you all again. So after a shower routine, maybe you want to do something different, and maybe you're wanting to relax and wind down. Thinking about something I'm looking at right now. Dr. Teal's bath oils, body oils. So in the winter time, I'm going to go by season again. For the winter time, what I like to implement in my after shower routine is excessive moisture. So we have the cocoa butter and everything, and how you want to apply them. I just went over this in a recent video, but I'm going to do it again. You want to essentially make sure that when you're using a product that you know that is excessively moisturized, it's excessively greasy, but you're going to get a good benefit, a good payoff for your skin. I'll use a little bit of this because this can get greasy real quick. This Palmer's cocoa butter smells so good without me even trying to purposely like tilt my head forward towards the jar. You want to apply in layers. Already that little amount there is looking quite shiny. And then you also want to focus on getting very glowy skin. Now, hopefully for your after shower routine, you have already exfoliated. I've yet to use this. I just picked this up from Ross. They have their 49-cent clearance sale going still all of January annually. Just in case you didn't know, there's a vlog up on my channel. Skin Aid Medics. I'm using this as an example. What you'll need to do for your after shower routine to be completely effective as you want it to be, make sure you exfoliate. That's definitely a must. So that's a big difference from the shower routine structure I just went over. Exfoliate first. That's going to prime your skin to be soft and smooth, and then also that dead layer is gone, and so it's going to absorb whatever you put there. If you're not a fan of the cocoa butter, that's fine. I've barely used this. I think the only reason why this is still good is because I stored it well. Thank God. Did you know BodyCare products and hygiene products expire? Got a video on that too. That's neither here or there. Nivea, really, really great. Still moisturizing. It's a body cream, but it's not on the drier side of the spectrum. Kind of greasy. Those are great to use for the winter. And then you want to apply these things in layers. Get a little bit, apply it. Get a little bit, apply it. In fact, keep the container open as you apply. And just put it in your target areas until head to toe until everything's done. And then what you want to do next, unless you use perfume oil, I'm going to tell you why. If you're not going the perfume oil route, prime your skin with a moisturizer in the winter. And then mist on your favorite fragrance. If you're going the perfume oil route, directly after a shower, completely skip the lotions. Completely skip the heavy moisturizers. I'm going to tell you why. The way that I see it, now you could still do this, and that's fine because that's your business, and only you know what's going to work for you for your shower routine and after your shower routine specifically. When I go the perfume oil route, I simply spray or rollerball, whatever formulation it is, apply it the same way in those layers, head to toe, or maybe it's a bath oil like Dr. Teal's melatonin bath oil, body oil. Smells fantastic. It should be a perfume. Dr. Teal's, just in case you're listening. Okay. And then you mist on your fragrance, or either you use a very light amount of a lotion. That's going to still achieve the same effect without you having to use a very heavy, greasy lotion. That's the time to pull out the more drier based body cream. Now if you want to overdo it and you know your skin is dry, have at it. Double up on the moisture. Okay. And just sit and let it absorb into your skin before you go to bed. Now if you don't want to wait for it to absorb after you do all that work, that's also fine. Line your pillowcases specifically with towels. Or line your bed with some really nice sheets that you know you don't care about, and then sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep smelling just like it. It's not. It's something about just doing all that prep work and going to bed smelling like whatever your fragrance is, whether it's chocolate, pumpkin, beloved vanilla, cashmere glow, amber, hibiscus, honey, you know, whatever it is, roses, tulips, whatever it is. There's nothing like it, but you just want to make sure you don't mess up your sheets. Put a sheet on top of the main sheet and then go to sleep. Ooh. Now, another thing with the after shower routine. I personally use Veet hair remover because I feel like I don't want to nip myself. I have a steady hand for the most part, but I don't want to take the chance, so I use what's called a hair depilatory cream, hair remover cream in layman's terms. And I use the sensitive skin formula. You apply that to your skin and then still go in after you're done with that with very light moisture and then build up whatever moisturizer you're using. Use a little bit out of the bottle, apply it to your skin. It's definitely going to make a difference. And your legs may already be smooth from shaving or maybe using a hair remover cream like Veet or Nair. But then you want that extra glistening effect. You want to make sure you go a bit further for you to moisturize your skin, because after shaving, something is taken from there in addition to you taking the hair off, the unwanted hair, shaving it off, or the hair remover cream. So you want to replenish your skin back with that moisture. Use a really good moisturizer. Now what you do for your after shower routine, regardless of seasons, you just swap out your products. You still use the hair remover cream or you still use the shaving razor, whichever one you feel you're best at using. And then just keep going like that. Now in the winter time, I will give you a quick tip because I got a video for this too. If it's extremely cold where you are right now in the winter time, it tends to get really cold and it makes it a challenge for you to shower. Warm the place up. That's the only hint I'm going to give you because I'm going to also put that on my community tab as well. Warm the place up. Warm the bathroom up. Make sure there's a bath mat and you put that in the dryer and warm that up. So when you step into that bathroom, you're stepping onto a warm bath mat. Make sure if you're running bath water, you run it as hot as what you're comfortable with, or maybe warm, a mixture of hot and cold, or hot with a little bit of cold water, and do it that way so that you can just ease yourself into the water. Shower routine, do it the same way but for a shower. Nothing like showering or bathing and then in cold weather and you haven't done the prep work. You must set the mood. We're not talking about funny business. Set the mood so that way you're not freezing on the way in to shower or take a bath, and you're not, freezing on the way stepping out of the shower. Y'all know what I'm talking about for those that shower or bath or bathe and take a bath. The first step outside the tub, the first step outside of the shower floor, you hurry up and put that towel on you, don't you? Because you know when it's cold. You don't want to. You clench up. I know the feel like you just want to get as warm as possible and get dressed as fast as possible or get to the next step of whatever you're doing fast as possible. So warm the place up. The bathroom, the mats, put them in the dryer. Do all that. Make sure you do that. That makes the transition a whole lot easier. Also, wear socks when you go in. And maybe wear socks when you go out. Bible says you're blessed going in and blessed coming out. Just do that with socks too. I'm just saying. biblical parallel humor. Yeah. Yeah. That is my after shower routine. Those are tips that that also can help you adjust from the current season, winter, and transition into spring, into fall, and then back into winter. That, ladies and gentlemen, that is the everything shower routine I have shared for everything involved in a shower routine. I love each and every one of you. And you know what? I will see you all next time.